And Taro Tassadar, fellow Protoss players, my name is Kaelaris, and today I'm going to be bringing you a 2v2 between myself and my random partner, whoever it may be, I don't know his name, and two other people. We're just getting this loaded up here. I can't remember the name, so I'll tell you when we're in the game. This should be quite interesting, as some people have been recommending 2v2 games, so I thought I'd bring you for a bit of fun. And I think I'm playing Protoss, because sometimes I play random in 2v2s, and that gets a bit stressful as I'm terrible with Zerg, but okay with Terran. So that's that's okay at times, and I'm sorry if I breathed into the mic rather loudly then, but hey, it doesn't matter. Anyway, we are in this right now. My name is Kaelaris. I am the red Protoss. My partner has left the game. That's useful. Nice, so I'm going to have to 2v1 these guys during this match, and this was in the ladder, so bear in mind that he's left the game during this whole ladder thing, so yeah, that leaves me on my own against these two guys, and one of my opponents, Brian Wolf, Brian Nolf is asking if it's GG, and I'm thinking, no, I'll stick it out or whatever, you know, see how it goes, and the moral of this story will be very evident as time goes on, ladies and gentlemen, so stick it out and see what happens. And at the moment, I was a bit confused and I'm wondering what I was going to do, but then I remembered that, look at my minerals already, they are skyrocketing because I am getting all the minerals from this base, so effectively I've already got an expansion up and running. Oh my god. So at some point I do actually realise that I can make all these, I knew this before, but in the midst of all this I was a bit bewildered, so I'm throwing pylons down and crazy willy-nilly, and I'm going to be throwing down a gateway and another gateway. Let's put a production tab on. Wow, it's got little bars on it now after the patch, that's awesome. Anyway, yeah, and this game will give me a fantastic reason to talk about the Zealot change, since it's something which is very predominant on people's minds right now, since the patch has just come out, and it is only our only big change. So I do have 2 gates now down, and I'm going to be throwing another gate down soon, maybe a 4th gate even. This is the fantastic thing about these kind of games, and I'm pretty sure I've produced 1 or 2 Zergling drones on this base. I'm not sure yet, but I have thrown down a 3rd gateway, and my opponents are just continuing to do whatever they do. They're playing a general game, so I'm not going to focus on them too much. 2 barracks there going down for Mr. Brian Nolf, blah blah blah. This is in platinum or something like that, so yeah. Anyway, now I have thrown down my cybernetics core, and my 4 gates have started warping in, as you can see here. I've got 2 gates out here. Very nice. My opponents come in my base and see all my gateways, and they're going to be like, what the fuck, hacks? Because this is crazy on the 3-minute mark of a game. Anyway, yes, I am now looking at these drones thinking, yes, I can produce some units from here and get some more minerals. That's fantastic. So now I am pretty much going to be able to produce off these 4 gates quite easily. In fact, later on in the game I do throw down a few more gates because it's that ridiculous. Oh my god, this game was so much fun. I did sack this overlord to have a look what was going on, and just like those 2 barracks and whatever. It wasn't really sacking. I'm making an excuse for the fact that I didn't manage it properly, and now I'm trying to run away from 2 marines, which are obviously going to kill it. So I did start producing another overlord after seeing that was going down, and this little probie is going to be producing some more gateways, I believe. I'm just pumping out the units at this point, since I have a massive, ridiculous income researching warp gates in order to get that out as quick as possible. And I should have made another gas geyser, but I did realise too late, because I was in a complete panic thinking, 2v1, oh my god, what am I going to do, what am I going to do, what am I going to do? And then realising that they were massing units outside my base, as well as putting a bunker down in order to be able to try and contain me. But as you will soon see, the contain will be a foolish idea. Ha 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 ha. Anyway. Yeah, so this brings me neatly on to, since I'm producing a lot of zealots, it brings me on neatly to the zealot change, which is, it's pretty much had a 5-second increase cooldown on both gateways and warp gates, so now you can't get that many zealots out during an initial push, and it's especially evident in a 1v1s, and I will tell you why. A lot of people have been complaining that, I am moving out here. I'll give me a second whilst I move out here and kill all these units. He is reinforcing with a lot of units here, but I have quite a lot of zealots here. He did kill one of my stalkers, bit of mismanagement there, but all these zealots are going to be wailing down on this bunker, taking that out quite easily. And now all these units do move back a little bit, but I am going to be able to reinforce with these 4 gateways now warping in, and 3 more gateways being produced in the wings. So now I'm blocking these zealots in, nice force field, keeping these units in, but these guys do have the high sight, so I'm going to be throwing down a few more zealots in order to be able to push these away as quickly as possible. All these zealots now going down in the midst of my base, and these guys being pushed away by these stalkers and these zealots, and a sentry on very, very low health. So now, there are a lot of units out here, but nothing I can't handle with my 50 million warp gates, mahaha. So, yeah, these warp gates almost completed, or gateways almost completed here, and I am chrono boosting those in order to be able to get a few more units out as quick as possible, since I did assume they would have a bigger force than this. And hey, hell, you panic in a 2v1 situation, let me tell you. You panic your ass off. You're like, oh, I better produce a million things quickly. So I am now getting Twilight Council in order to be able to research my charge upgrade, since I'm way high on the minerals. Again, I should have produced some more. I did produce a new assimilator, oh well. But yeah, I should have produced some down here as well, since I am producing more drones here, just using this base as a resource area, and I have thrown a pylon down over here in order to be able to warp in units behind these forces, although I'm not sure if I do or not. Anyway, moving in with these units now, lots and lots of zealots here in order to be able to take them out. I did throw a force field down here just in case these stalkers wanted to retreat, but they're going to have no such luck. In fact, he didn't even try to retreat there, but it's not going to help. A lot of these zealots wailing away down on these marines now, and killed that off really easily. Now just reinforcing with 7 more zealots from my billion gateways, and I should be researching charge anytime soon, hopefully, in order to be able to fend these units off even better. But coming back to the zealot change, it's basically meant that in a standard PvZ situation in 1v1s, if you do not want to get overwhelmed by a 6 pool or a 9 pool or an 8 pool or anything like that, you need to wall off, and you need to wall off with cannons, because the first zealot just does not come out in time. People have been complaining that they've even been putting down gates at 10 and then chrono boosting it out, and it just hasn't come out. Just crazy stuff. So I imagine, or I'm hoping, Blizzard will do something about that at some point, but right now it's a real pain dealing with a really aggressive Zerg. I mean, a genuine pain. We have to wall ourselves off to the point where, oh, nice force field there, to the point where we can't get out for a while. In fact, that was a terrible force field, because it's letting my units through little by little. So a bit of hesitation, well, not hesitation, but eagerness by Neogen there, throwing down that force field. It's always very important to throw that force field down in the exact right place, otherwise you're going to let units up. So now all these zealots just smashing away at these stalkers and these marauders coming in to support. I should have brought these units back in order to be able to support this ball of zealots, but these balls of zealots are going to be doing fine, just making a lot more zealots up here. Oh my god, and my charge ability is just about to finish, so once this charge ability is up, it's going to rip through these units. Come on, charge. There we go, there's charge, and catching up to all those units and getting a lot of free hits on them there. And I am now moving these massive amount of zealots down through the opponent to the opponent's base, and this just shows, ladies and gentlemen, that 2v1 situations can be very fun. Oh my god, I had so much fun in this game, it was ridiculous. I admit my macro and micro was generally not very tip-top at all, because I just panicked in general, but look at all these zealots, and it gives you such a massive advantage to be able to sort of tech, even though I'm using tier 1 units, but to be able to tech as well as amass units on your own without a second player to frig things up for you, and just use his main as a natural in effect. So now I'm just tearing through these units here. Brought a new probe up here to throw down more pylons. These probes going to get in on the action, say, "No probe, you must die!" and try and kill this pylon as quickly as can. All these zealots now raining down on these marauders and this base in general, and I'm pretty sure right now these guys are really pissed off. I mean, really pissed off. Can you imagine losing to some dude who's like 2v1ing you? I mean, to be fair, it's not exactly 2v1ing, because I do get all the minerals from this base, so it's sort of an unfair advantage in my opinion, but it's still ridiculous how much you can do with this. It really is. So now all these probes are running around in circles, and my units are just amassing, ready to take out Brian North's base, but he does leave the game, no GGs or whatever, and I can understand why, because it's ridiculous. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gents, and I will see you guys next time.